welcome back to my channel. It's your girl AwesomelyNiri here, and I'm so excited because I'm sharing with you my favorite makeup products of 2017. So we have a couple things to talk about, so let's just jump right into it. Let's begin with primers. So these primers have been my ultimate favorite primer duo. So I've been going a lot, starting off with this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, and you've seen this in my previous videos. And this is the Milani Prime Light. And this cream, it's a strobing, pore minimizing, oil-free cream, but it has lots of sheen and glimmer to it. But I love to put this under foundation just so that it kind of smooths the foundation over and gives me a great barrier between my skin and the foundation. So it doesn't come up in your foundation unless I guess you mix it in with your foundation and then you place it on, but I don't know. But I have two drugstore foundations that I love and then two slightly more expensive foundations, and I'm going to start out with my first tried and true, the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. I don't know if you can see, but this is awesome. It goes on so smooth. It's so blendable. It smells so good. This was one of my very first foundations, so it like holds a very special place in my heart, and I see myself using this forever. And it has pretty good coverage. I would say medium coverage. You probably can build it up to full coverage. So not only is this very inexpensive, but the coverage is awesome. My second drugstore foundation is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. Love this foundation. Smells so good. It is very blendable, very buildable. It feels just as lightweight like the Maybelline one, and also like the Maybelline one, I think that you can build it up to be full coverage. It says it's oil free, it's lightweight, and I definitely agree with that. Smells scrumptious. It oxidizes a bit, so be careful with that. Out of all my foundation, this one seems to oxidize the most. For my two more pricier foundations, I don't even know which one I'm gonna go in with first because I love them just as much. These are in no specific order. It is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, medium coverage. Oh my goodness, this feels like you have nothing on. The finish is a natural finish. Oh my goodness, it's just beautiful. The way it goes on, the way it blends out. Highly recommend, and definitely worth it. I'm in shade Sand in this one. In the CoverGirl, I'm in shade 732, and in the Matte and Poreless Maybelline, I'm in shade 230, just in case. My last foundation is the Lancome 24-hour makeup. Also great. It goes on beautifully, blendable, medium coverage, maybe also buildable. The priciest one out of all four, but definitely worth the price. I tend to save this foundation for when I'm going out, for when I know I'm going to need makeup on for a very long time. So this is a very long wearing foundation. I love that about it. I don't ever have to touch it up. Also, I don't have greasy or oily skin, so that is something to be mindful of. But I noticed that once you wear it, once you set it, it stays exactly where you put it, and it's very long wearing, so it makes it very much worth the price. Okay, concealers. I am not even going to dwell too much on this one because I know this has been on everybody's list. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Super creamy, very blendable, full coverage. Like, there's nothing more to say about this. My second concealer is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This one is way less expensive if you are on a budget and you need a pretty full coverage concealer. This is definitely the one for you. I use this concealer when I want full coverage and I put it under my foundation. So I'll put this first, my foundation, and then I'll go in with the Tarte Shape Tape. I hate the bag under my eyes, dark circles, sunken in. So whenever I need a quick fix for that and I'm going out, yeah, I am in the shade Warm Honey. And in the Tarte Shape Tape, I'm in the shade Light Medium Honey. Setting powders. I do not have very many setting powders, but these two are like, I'm obsessed. Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I use this for my under eyes, and this goes right on top of my concealer, and this helps me so very much because I have a lot of fine lines under my under eyes. And like I said, if I want to put on concealer under my foundation and then put more concealer on top for when I want a full coverage look, this makes sure that my under eyes still look very smooth, very blended in. And when I put this on top, my eye makeup does not move. I'm sorry, my under eye makeup does not move ever. I never have to retouch it, and this is the best. I just use this, so that's why they look so dusty. For my face, I use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I am in shade Medium, and this I just recently picked up also along with the CoverGirl foundation, like I said, in December. And this has become one of my tried and true products. Like, this is, I don't know, like freaking, I don't know why I did that because this is so messy. I wanted to show you guys, but it's just not worth it. The powder looks very dense when you open it, so it looks like it's gonna be the cakiest, most heaviest product you'll put on your face. But honestly and truly, first of all, a little bit goes a very long way. And once you put it on, you don't feel like you have a layer on after your foundation. It is so extremely lightweight, and the second it goes on your face, it kind of like disappears. I don't even know how to explain it, but this sets your makeup so beautifully. The finish is a little bit matte, but still has a kind of natural finish. There is some pigment to it, so make sure that you get your right shade. So I have two blush palettes that I briefly want to share with you guys. The first palette I want to share with you is the L'Oreal Infallible Paints. These are 4 very beautiful pink blushes. So if you ever need a blush palette and you love pink blush, I would definitely recommend this one. Super affordable, highly pigmented. Second one I want to share with you is the Morphe 9N palette. It comes with 9 shades. And this is what they look like. Some of them are matte, some of them have a sheen to it, which I don't think the camera is picking up. But although they have a sheen on it, they don't really appear on the face. These are also very, very pigmented, so you do not need a lot. I love this palette because it's kind of like natural looking blush shades, and this is more the shade range that I like for blush. Bronzer, don't need to say much, but this is my baby. I think I say it in every single video. You guys must be so annoyed. The fact that I cannot find a great bronzer, because this one has taken the cake. This is Marc Jacobs Tantric. Look at the size of this thing. Like, I've had this for a very long time and I have yet to hit pan. I'm not complaining because it is a little pricey, but this thing is a staple in my makeup collection. I love it. It seems to be so compatible with so many skin tones and skin types that I think that's why it's such a hit and so many people love it. It's so dirty. It has like the same mark, but I use it all the time. Like, it really doesn't make me want to look for another bronzer, but my goal for this year is to buy a lot more makeup, much more different makeup, so that way I can give you guys my opinion on it, so that way my tutorials could be a little more diverse, but also a girl is broke. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's a couple highlighters. I can't even tell you what my favorite part of makeup is, but it's definitely between highlight, lipstick. But starting it all off is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics highlighter. This is a collaboration he did with Manny MUA. This is in the shade Eclipse. It looks pinky, but I bought it because I thought it was like a rose gold kind of thing. I love anything and everything rose gold, but actually when you put it on, it's much lighter. It's what I have in my inner corner. So you see it has kind of like that white frosty finish to it. It is beautiful. It's freaking huge. So that's for a supreme glow. For a much natural glow, I have the Kylie Jenner highlighter. This is the shade Chocolate Cherry. First of all, I hate the packaging. Packaging is one of those things that if it's beautiful, you got me. Packaging really is a persuading factor for me, but I also love Kylie and her products, so this is like a pass. This is super gorge, as you can see. It's more for a subtle, more natural finish. It doesn't have this crazy like bam in your face glow. Maybe in the lighter shades you can build them up to a much more natural glow, but this one is, since it has like this kind of bronzy tint to it, it looks like you got punched in the face if you layer it on too much. So if you want a natural finish and you have a tan complexion, this is the one that you want. That's the only one with a natural finish. The next one is Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. Beautiful. This is, I believe, Precious. Yes, Precious Petal. This is what it looks like. So pretty. It is so pretty. It's very light pink, very in your face. You can build it up and super affordable. The Cover Effects Enhancer Drops. Oh my goodness, this thing is so incredibly blinding. This is in the shade Rose Gold. Am I that annoying yet? My sister thinks I'm so annoying because I'm so obsessed with Rose Gold. Hey Karis. But I can't help it. It's a beautiful finish. So this is what it looks like. Like, I love it. I took this with me on vacation this past summer with my family. I didn't take any makeup with me. I just took highlighters and lipstick, and it worked for me. First of all, that's just like 2 drops, and then I'm just going to spread it out a little bit, and look at that. So fair warning, do not use maybe more than 1 drop on your face. I don't use the dropper at all when I'm putting it on. I just take it out as it is. I empty it out, just drag it like maybe 2 little sweeps across my face. So be very careful when you are using these. My for real last single highlighter is the Jouer highlighter. This is in the shade Tan Lines. This is both a very natural finish, and it can turn up to be a pretty blinding highlight. It's the one I have on my cheeks, on my nose, up on my eyebrows. As you can see, it's like kind of bronzy in the palette, but when you put on, it's much lighter. But this is, like I said, awesome if you want a natural finish, and also if you want to build it up for a much more blinding, glowing finish. My last 2 highlighters are palette. I'm going to start with my Tarte Skin Twinkle palette because it's the very first highlighter palette I ever got. So I love it. It's my baby. It comes with 4 beautiful highlights. Like if you had to get a highlighter palette, it would be this one, because it has 4 different tones. So it has like the peachy gold, it has the champagne gold, it has the rose gold, and it has like the bronzy kind of gold, and it smells scrumptious. The next palette I got is the Aurora palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love glitter, I love bold. Each color is not what it seems like in the pan. There's like in this gold one, there's like yellow pink reflex in it. In this one, there's like gray white reflex in it. I'm sorry, you can't see. In this blue one, there's like silver reflex in it. Like, I love the fact that it's not just one-dimensional colors. If you're into bright, if you're into diverse, this is the palette for you. I have a couple mascaras that I like, but not quite as much as I love this one. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. 2 coats of this makes it look as if you have false lashes, and that's what I love. Like, you want a mascara that goes super hard for you and it's like your ride or die, just like this one. So if you don't have it, girl, go to Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and pick it up. On days where I don't feel like wearing lashes, I just put 2 coats of this, and it really does look like I have false lashes on. 2 coats of this on your bottom lashes kind of like evens everything out. The false lashes I have on today are the Ardell Demi Wispies. This is empty because I went through the pack. These are super affordable, and I loved. So these are kind of like ride or die status. I definitely recommend for when you're practicing and you're new to lashes. The band on these are so thin that it really helps manipulate lashes, and on days where I don't want to in your face lashes, I recommend these. These are House of Lashes, or this is the package of House of Lashes. These were the iconic minis, so they're a little bit more bold. They're still short in length, but I guess the band is what makes it so bold, because the band is a little bit bigger, and it depends on what kind of band you like. But the iconic minis are so cute because they're not so super long, but they're still full. So on days where I guess you can pull off like a natural look with them on, but it depends on the person. Jaclyn Hill palette she did with Morphe, used in a couple of my videos. This thing is just self-explanatory. Like, look at that shade range, freaking beautiful. These shades are super creamy, super blendable, super pigmented. Everything that you need in an eyeshadow palette is right here. This shade here is like my go-to transition shade, which is like the very first color in the very top. I love it to use for literally every look. So this shade is my favorite. Second palette I want to mention is the Morphe palette. This is the 3502, and this is the second addition to the 35O, which I do not have. This is a beautiful like fall natural chic palette. These reds, like this whole row, I'm entirely obsessed with. And since it came out after the Jaclyn Hill palette, I guess the formulas are kind of the same, and I'm not mad about that. It's like so creamy, and when eyeshadows are creamy, you kind of think like, okay, they're dense, they're going to be difficult to blend out, and in this case, it's so not. They are super lightweight, super easy to work with, and this color scheme is awesome. This is the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow, which you have seen on my channel, or you've seen on my Instagram. This beautiful, awesome invention that Stila has graced us with is a liquid eyeshadow. The wand is so easy to work with. Like, it's flat but not too flat. It has like the right amount of cushion. It's super easy to manipulate. This formula though, oh my goodness, just 2 coats of this, that's it. Like, it's blinding. So if you don't like a very in your face glitter look, 1 coat of this is perfectly fine. Next for eyes, and this is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Liner. This is for when you don't want a super in your face glitter look, you just want a simple add-on. This I added on to my eye look. I just did a couple swipes, and I love this sporadic little glittery effect that it has. The liner makes it so easy to work with, and it's like a watery consistency with glitter flakes embedded into it. So it's not like the Stila where in each and every swipe you have a full-on glitter attack. This one, it's like wherever you have like sparse areas that you want to touch up your glitter look, or if you don't have a glitter look and you have a plain eye and you just want to add a little bit of glimmer, this is definitely your product. So this is what I swatched right here. This is shade Midnight Cowboy, and this is what it looks like. These are so thin, it makes it so easy to apply and work with. I'm all about matte liquid lipsticks because they're super easy to put on. They're pigmented, super long lasting. I'm all about efficiency and I'm all about easy. The first one is Jeffree Star. This is Androgyny. These seem to go on, like, last a lifetime. These are so soft, almost to the point where it has a bit of a satin finish, but they're not, they're matte. These are like the softest matte formula I have. So if you do struggle with matte lipsticks, or you even maybe anti-matte lipsticks, I would definitely recommend the Jeffree Star Cosmetics brand, only because of the very soft, rich, creamy formula, and once it dries down, it really doesn't seem like you have anything on. We have Morphe. It's kind of like, what can't they do? I'm a huge Morphe fan. This is in the shade Jealousy, and they are very lightweight and very pigmented. Kat Von D. So these things are so super long and awkward looking. I think the packaging looks great. I love it. She's so artistic. Obviously she's a tattoo artist. This is actually the only one I have. I love this color, and it's like a great everyday color. The wand is like so super long though. Like, it's just awkward for me. But like I said, can't really complain because the formula is bomb. Next up we have ABH, another brand that can do literally almost everything. I have a couple of these. They are super comfortable. I would say out of all of the brands that I'm mentioning, not the most long wearing, but by like a tad. I guess if you're going somewhere during the day or just like a quick event during the night, these are really good to wear, because sometimes when you put on matte lipstick and you get home, you don't wear them for a long time, you get home, you take them off, and it's a freaking struggle. These come right off, so there's no hassle, there's no struggle with these. Super pigmented, so comfortable. Also, if you are like an anti-matte person, I would also recommend these, only because of how soft they are and lightweight. And last but not least, for my matte liquid lips, I have to mention her, Kylie Jenner. Love it or hate it, I really don't care. These are my ride or die lipstick. If I only had to purchase from one brand ever in my life, I would go with Kylie's matte liquid lipsticks. I don't have an issue with them. I know a lot of people can say they're super drying, but I do not have that issue. I love the fact that once you put them on, 2 coats, super pigmented, that's exactly where they stay. And these are one of the ones that if you do go out and like 2 hours later you come back and you take them off, and they will give you a hard time to come off. That's one thing. And I would highly recommend makeup wipes when taking these off, but that is more a gift than it is a curse. This is the shade Ginger. This is the one that I have on my lips now. Another everyday color. I thought I'd just mention a twist up that I really ended up loving this year, and this is the Dose of Colors collab with Desi and Katie. This is the shade No Shade. I wore this in a previous video with some gloss over top. Oh my goodness, this one, I don't know where the oh, here it is. I bought these 2 shades. I'm trying to get into nude lips. I'm trying to get into lip gloss, and these I can definitely say have helped me with that transition. By far, when it comes to nude lips, my ultimate favorite of 2017. These are from ABH, so if you are also not a matte liquid girl, these are the formula for you. This is the shade Dusty Mauve, and this is the shade Honey. So these are so soft, so rich, so creamy. I had to put them in my favorites of 2017 because I was so taken aback by how beautiful not only the packaging is, but how easy they went on and how pigmented they were. That is it for my favorite products of 2017. Thank you so much if you made it all the way to the end. Please comment in the bottom section if you've used any of these, if you like any of these products, have they worked, have they not worked. Even over on my IG, let's start a conversation on there. I love talking about makeup. There's just like no limits. Like, I've always wanted to talk about makeup, so let a girl know. Holla at your girl. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you once again, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.